I think that this is really reflective of a chasm within the party right now, because you have a older guard generation that says, hey, look, I've got a record, we've done some things, and it's kind of saying, you know, we passed some bills, we moved some measures, and I'm going to keep doing that because I'm always on the right side of the constituencies of the base. Then you have a generation of younger people who perhaps are looking to be more disruptive and say, you know what, in 50 years, in 100 years, the outcomes for our communities, be they black communities, Latinx communities, LGBTQ community, women, and so forth, the outcomes are still the same. The disparities persist. You know, I'm tired of this conversation about, you know, nervousness of whether candidates aren't going to appeal to or are going to isolate people and they're going to be out of step with where the people are. What I'm looking forward to is having a candidate that's actually a little bit more forward-thinking and aspirational around where we want to be. In order to get the nomination on the Democratic ticket, you're going to have to rile up the base, and people are going to have to be enthusiastic about you. And in order to get rid of Donald Trump out of the White House, certainly the candidate is going to have to inspire, excite people, bring young people, bring people of color, bring working people of all stripes all around the country together and give them hope. I do appreciate the fact that she brought it up to try to get a sense of, you know, how authentic is he? Was he just trying to, you know, was he in the closet because he was ambitious, or was he really grappling with something? And I think that the way that he responded and shared intimately and personally that, you know, I had a bit of fear, I didn't quite know who I was. I think that all of us could probably relate to growing up and then realizing at some point that maybe we're not exactly who we had thought that we were going to be, and trying to reconcile that is challenging. We have to acknowledge that the man is electrifying, right? He speaks in a way where he's got a lot of energy. People listen to what he has to say. They don't necessarily go deep yet to figure out what his experience is, and I think that matters. I think people want to be excited by the candidate. They want to feel like somebody is speaking to them and is magnetic, and Beto does that for them. It remains to be seen, though, when all these candidates are on the stage, I think that there are several of them that are really great orators that have a lot of energy and a lot of enthusiasm, and so I think that we're going to start to see that energy is what matters to people. People want someone who can stand up next to Trump, look better than him, kind of fight more aggressively than him, and I think Beto gives us that energy.